Hello!
My name is Katie.
My name's Bina.
Today we are uncovering what really goes on in the government.
My name is Edward Snowden. I go by Ed. Edward Joseph Snowden's the full name.
Former CIA agent Edward Snowden brought to light the wrongdoings of the National Security Agency.
Edward Snowden was a computer programmer who worked as a subcontractor for the National Security Agency, otherwise known as the NSA. He collected top-secret documents regarding domestic surveillance practices and leaked them. The NSA was in cahoots with many telephone companies, including Verizon, where they collected telephone records of millions of Americans.
Basically, the NSA has been collecting data on every single phone call made through the carrier Verizon for a couple of months now. It appears that the order was issued in late April, and a lot of people are really worried about this because it seems to be it seems to be a very broad type of collection. It's only the metadata. It's only where you were when you made the call. There's identifying information about what phone call was made, who you called, what number was called. It didn't actually monitor the call itself, but it seems like a very broad sweep of data gathering by the government against people who weren't even suspected of doing anything wrong. It's just open monitoring of citizen activity by the government. It appears to be some sort of pattern recognition effort to try and sort out who's up to no good. But it also kind of looks like spying, and so the ACLU is really worried about it.
He also released a variety of documents outlining how they took information from people through different programs. This caused controversy in America because citizens discovered the true nature of the NSA. I'm willing to sacrifice my former life because I can't in good conscience allow the U.S. government to destroy privacy, internet freedom, and basic liberties for people around the world with this massive surveillance machine they're secretly building, Snowden said in interviews given from his Hong Kong hotel room.
The documents included detailed monitoring of American citizens. Although many thought he was a hero, the United States government continued to charge him with violations of the Espionage Act. Federal prosecutors charged Snowden with theft of government property, unauthorized communication of national defense information, and willful communication of classified communications intelligence information to an unauthorized person. While some thought of Snowden as a traitor, others supported his case. More than 100,000 people signed an online petition asking President Obama to pardon Snowden by late June 2013.
Edward Snowden has been granted a year's asylum in Russia.
He is currently seeking asylum in Russia, and he continues to spread awareness about the government's surveillance issues.
The NSA's acts are still being determined if they are legal or not. Some believe it's an invasion of privacy and that there are no clear laws detailing the legality of what they did. Although there are some laws in place that allow the NSA to take phone records, though these laws are not clear. An example of these laws include the Electronic Communications Privacy Act, a 1986 law that underpins much of how the government can get digital data. Requires providers to allow access to real-time data with a court order and historical data with a subpoena. The NSA has been gathering a vast quantity of telephone metadata records of callers and recipients' phone numbers and the times and durations of the calls, but not their content, since September 11, 2001 attacks. This is important to know because the public should be aware of what the government is doing and that their privacy isn't respected. Many of the emails, phone calls, and important documents that are sent out are not as private as you may think. A way to combat this is to advocate for stricter laws preventing government agencies like the NSA from intercepting citizens' records. We can also be more careful about what we share online and through other digital platforms. George Orwell's book 1984 was written in regards to the future. It talks about the effects of totalitarian governments and how surveillance can be taken too far. In the book, surveillance is used in almost every aspect of life, thus people have little to no freedom. If the NSA continues to collect our personal information and invade our privacy, our society will look more like George Orwell's depiction of the future. Limiting our privacy lessens the amount of freedom we have, which will in turn diminish our constitutional rights and the foundation of our country.
No.
No.
Vaguely. Oh yeah, no, I know Edward Snowden.
No. No.
No.
No.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Sort of. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did not.
It's kind of an invasion of privacy because I've heard conspiracy theories about how the government tracks our phone calls and records them.
like there's ways to protect against it, but you know, it's kind of lame. But there's keywords and stuff that bring it up and mark it as a phone call. That, like, example, like marriage or terrorism, bombs, etc. But I think the fact that they hit it, I don't think it's as subtle as they say. I think it's a lot more than just, oh, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And it's not really as big of a problem with, you know, foreign terrorism that it needs to be needed for all of American phone calls.
That it's like an invasion of privacy.
It's kind of creepy. I don't know why they need to intercept my phone calls. I'm just a kid, don't do anything bad. I don't see the purpose in it.
Make a YouTube video.
Okay.
Well, I don't think there's a lot that we get to choose in deciding that. It's not like we got to decide whether or not they did it in the first place. So it's not really up to us. It wasn't really our decision in the first place.
We should just destroy technology.
Do you think that's a bit extreme?
No, you have to. Have you seen Into the Wild? You have to.
It is important that we bring awareness to what the government is beginning to achieve. If not, our society could end up being the very thing George Orwell warned us about in 1984.